We're speaking with John Rozum, who is the sales manager for World Dairy Expo. And John, tell me a little bit about this year's expo and what's new and different this year.
Well, we've got a lot new and different this year. We've got actually 115 new companies, and they help round out the field of 706 companies here represented, all from the dairy industry, all right on site at World Dairy Expo.
And tell me a little bit about one of the things I think is really interesting to people is the virtual farm tours. Tell me about that.
Virtual Farm Tours program was started back in 2001. It was a bit of a response to both the September 11 terrorism concerns and the foot and mouth disease issues that were going on at the same time. We decided instead of taking people to the farms in small groups of 30 or 40 that could fit on a bus, we would bring the farms to Expo and instead be able to share all that information with several hundred people at once and not have to worry about stragglers getting behind and not exactly hearing everything. This way everybody's in touch, everybody's seeing exact same things at the same time, and it's really worked out well.
And boy, that new technology has really helped you grow things in that manner.
Yes, it has. And you look at it, whether it's a low-tech slide presentation or a full-blown video presentation given as part of that virtual farm tour, you can bring the world here. We've had, in the past, we've had virtual farm visits from out of country. We've had Canada, we've had Colombia, and those are the things that there's no way you could possibly see those anywhere else other than right here at Expo.
Speaking of that, how many countries do you actually have represented here at World Dairy Expo?
On the commercial exhibit side, we have 24 countries, and there's a total of 70 companies that are here exhibiting that don't have a U.S.-based office. So there are all kinds of interesting challenges there. And on the attendee side, we've got about 80 countries represented.
Wow, that is amazing. How much has Expo grown and changed since it began?
Since it began, it really is almost unrecognizable. It was initially a consumer-oriented show that celebrated the dairy industry, but really wasn't targeting dairy farmers. And now, obviously, everything is all about the dairy farmer. Commercial exhibits was a tiny little part of the event back then. Now, obviously, we're the biggest dairy show in the world. The cattle show continues to increase exponentially every year, which just amazes me that the cattle keep coming and the numbers keep getting bigger and the quality keeps getting better.
Now, how many people visit World Dairy Expo?
You're looking at right about 65 to 70,000 every year. I think this year is going to be a really big year, especially given the potential border opening in Canada and the weak U.S. dollar. Probably looking at a lot of internationals coming in this year, and from what we can see so far, that's what we're getting.
Now, how important are sponsors to World Dairy Expo?
Sponsorship is huge at Expo. We're a nonprofit organization, so our primary income sources, other than the $7 you pay at the gate, it's commercial exhibits and sponsorship. And it's income for Expo, which is great, but it's also a chance for those that are supporters of the show to get a little extra recognition for their efforts in supporting Expo.
All right, John, what would you like to say to the dairy producers around the country who maybe not be able to make it to Expo this year?
Plan a trip in 2008. It's the greatest dairy event on the planet. It's one you won't want to miss. Don't plan a day. Make it a 2-day or 3-day trip so you can see it all, do it all, and you will have fun, and it'll be a very profitable venture for you.
Thank you very much. That's John Rozum here at World Dairy Expo.